Hello everybody, I am JayLeonardJ, and today I got a really rare and cool piece of vintage gear. It is a Yamaha FX500 Simul-Effects processor. I'm going to plug it in for the first time and play all the presets that you all requested online. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first inaugural episode of a brand new series. In fact, the series is so new that I don't even have a name for it yet. I think I'm going to call it like vintage gear review, or like Jay plays old gear for the first time on YouTube live, but not really live. Something short and succinct, just like that. And it's exactly what I say. The whole idea is I'm going to get like a piece of gear that has a little bit of history to it, a little bit maybe of a cult following, or maybe really iconic, something just really cool that I've never played, and play it for the first time, share that experience with you. Just because, you know, there's just so much cool gear that I've never really played the original of, and I would love to see exactly if it holds up, if it sounds as good as people say it is, and how it compares, you know, how it compares to the modern stuff, how it reacts. And also, it also gives me an opportunity to play stuff I've never heard of, you know, old stuff that I never heard of, and just be exposed to parts of the guitar world that I didn't even know about. And today, the first episode is going to be one of those effects. I didn't know this thing existed until like a couple months ago. This is the FX500. It is from Yamaha, a multi-effects half rack unit. It was kind of made as a budget device, but got really, really popular amongst, you know, shoegaze artists and experimental artists, because there's a lot of really cool sounds in it. And the story about how this came about is very recently I did a video. Catlin Bread came up with a new pedal called the Soft Focus, or yeah, that's what it is, right? The Soft Focus. And it was based off of one of the presets in this unit, a very popular one. And in the video, I mentioned that I never played an FX500. I've never even heard of an FX500, and I would love to try one. And after I made that video, posted it, one of my Patreon supporters, a guy named Jayce, really, really generously and very sweetly messaged me and said, you know what? I saw your video. I found a used one. Do you want it? Do you want it, like me to find a way to get it to you so you can try it? And so, you know, I was really touched. I said yes, and he grabbed the unit, had it sent here to Vancouver, and even before he had a chance to play it, I have a chance to play it. So here it is. I have played it, just the first preset to make sure it was working, so I could tell Jason that it was all right. But besides that, I haven't experimented with it. And this is what we're gonna do, all right? So we have comp, distortion, EQ, modulation, and reverb, 60 different presets and different combinations of all of these. And what I did is on Patreon and also on Instagram, I asked people what presets they wanted me to hear or they wanted me to play. And these are the answers. I got a bunch of presets, so let's just dig into it, all right? Okay, so I got myself Fender Telecaster with my J.M.A pickups, string joy strings. I'm going into a Tone King Imperial on one side, and I have the reverb off. And I have a Benson Chimera. So we're going stereo, 441K, 16-bit digital device. Let's see how this thing holds up. So this is it. I think it's bypassed right now. We use this to do our input gain. And one thing I notice about this preamp here, it's definitely different. It's definitely different than actually using it with like a amp splitter. A little bit, it just gets rid of some of the high end. I actually don't mind it because I'm on the Telecaster bridge. This could be quite grating, but you know, having that smoothness actually is not the worst. All right, so this is preset 1. This is the one I have tried before. We have to press bypass and see. So this one has compression, distortion, EQ, modulation, which seems to be flanger, and the reverb. So that has all the stuff. Let's hear what it sounds like. Press bypass. Let's see. Oh, wait, listen to that. Oh, it has like a ping pong like delay. Oh, I'm so glad I went stereo today. And you know that's a digital distortion, and you know it's not the worst, it's not the best, but it's not the worst. This is like super 80s. I think all the candy, like the compression, is kind of cleaning it up. Let's get rid of that. This is the distortion. Yeah, you know that's not that bad actually. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And you can hear that note decay is pretty good. It's not super noisy. I think there's like a gate to get rid of all that extra garbage. All right, so let's get into the presets that you asked for. The first one, according to this, is number 4, Soft Echo. Soft Echo. So let's go to preset 4, and then I have to press recall. Here we go. And let's see what we got. It looks like everything except for compression. Let's do like a F chord. It's like warbly. You know, that's actually really lovely. That's really lovely. You know what? I think that preamp is getting rid of a lot of that kind of harshness in the upper end. I don't know what it sounds like in the recording, but at least here, everything sounds just a little smoother. And I think that's actually complementing what's going on over here. Because sometimes the modulation too, especially with the digital one, can get a little too crispy. But this one sounds quite nice. It sounds nice. A little warbly, very nice. You know, very nice. Very, very nice. And you know, that delay's very, very digital. Super like digital, crisp delay, what you'd expect. Okay, so the next one, let's see here, 32. Oh, this is the one, oh no, 18, Symphonic Dist. So I guess it's Symphonic Distortion. Wonder if it's like let's see what kind of setting it's gonna be here. Here we go, Symphonic Distortion, recall, and let's go E chord. I'm expecting like a symphony of sound. Oh, look at that delay trails. Oh, Oh, it's really scattered. It's like multi-tap. This is super 80s. This is definitely a digital device from the like 80s or 90s. You know, it's just super pleasing to play with distortion and delay and reverb. It kind of makes me think, man, when I make my videos, I need to put more reverb and delay. I usually do everything relatively dry, and this just makes things just more satisfying. Okay. So next one is this number 32 sharp chops. Oh, this is the one that RJ wanted to hear. Sharp chops. Let's go to 32. Bum 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 bum, and press what's that? Recall, and let's see how sharp this chops is here. Oh, wait. This is not what I was expecting. There's a lot of sustain, but it has a immediate attack, and you could hear like that from the reverb. Well, there's a lot of sustain here. Oh! touchy. All right, that's really like, really, it's a weird sensation actually, because it's the note dies immediately. There's a like, it's like, and it has like a tail on it. So I don't even think it's choppy. I think it's like, I would call it like crunch, like clean crunch, you know? Taking a bite out of cereal. That's what I'm thinking when I hear this thing. All right, so next one is, sharp focus. This is what started it all, number 40. Soft focus. This is what the Catlin pedal is based on. So it should be, oopsie, I didn't do it right. Sharp focus, here we go. It should be kind of like this. You can hear it already. You know, playing this makes me realize that I dialed in that Catlin Brad pedal completely wrong. Like playing this sound, like this was not what I was expecting it to sound like. I was going for a completely different sound when I was dialing. It kind of makes me want to redo that video. Like a spa. That's nice and pleasing. That's a very beautiful thing. Nice for creating nice soundscapes. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We have next up something called Brass Burst, number 42. And let's hear what this sounds like. It looks like we have, no modulation, but it's going to be distorted. Let's see what it sounds like here. Hear that really quick tail at the end? It's almost begging you to have space afterwards. I don't hear the brass part of it though. pretty interesting thing. You know, the reverb and the delay definitely have a noticeable, like the modern reverb and delay is a little bit more textured than this, but there's actually kind of a likability to this. It just sounds like an old school kind of unit, which is kind of nice in a certain way. It's refreshing. Very interesting. So it's like you could definitely hear. Look at that reverb. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's like this, how would I even describe it? I could actually hear like the repeats creating the reverb. And that nice quick decay. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool setting. Whorehouse is number 47. Let's see how scary this one's gonna sound. Oh, did I miss it? Yeah, Whorehouse. Here we go. So we have distortion in EQ. Oh, and then we have reverb and modulation. So the flangers at the end. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's go recall and hear what this sounds like. What key are we gonna do? Let's go A flat. Scary. Man, I'm definitely noticing a theme here. Man, this is definitely a product of its time. Let's go to the next one. It's called Sitar. It's actually the next setting. And let's hear what this one is gonna do. The last one sounded kind of scary. Let's see if this sounds kind of like a sitar. This has the weirdest touch to it. Like, I have no control over any of the dynamics on this thing. Oh, it's like a razor blade just digging into my ear. I don't know what it sounds like for you. I might have to put some kind of high cut because this is just piercing right now. Oh, Lordy. Oh, goodness. All right. All right. I think I can't handle any more of that. That's a lot of sitar. We're going to go to the last one here. The last one is called, this is a cool one. 51. So this one should be a cool one, at least. This is what the cats at Catlin Bread says is one of the best ones here. And also, this one came up a couple times in recommendations. So this is called Monk Akka. So here, the big finish. Yeah, that's cool. I dig that. All right, so that is definitely the FX500. I will say, you know what? This is a fun unit. I would hate to go off of anything but the presets here, because you could tell if I would have to tweak any of these effects, I would have to like go through so many sub-menus, and it seems like a nightmare. The sounds in it are definitely of its time, and it's actually definitely kind of fun. I have a feeling when I turn off the camera, I am going to go a little bit longer and play around a little bit more. This is a really interesting unit. Holy crow. And I definitely want to thank Jason for making this happen. What a cool experience this has actually been. I wonder what I'm looking forward to hearing back to what this sounds like, but definitely hearing some change in my tone. It's definitely different than, you know, there's been a lot of changes in terms of the quality of the distortion. The modulations sound very good. I could really hear its age in the preamp. I could hear its age in the reverb. and the delays. But that being said, I like that digital edge to the delay. And the reverb is kind of goofy. It's it's kind of like it's cute. It's adorable. So that's what I got to say about it. FX500 from Yamaha. Oh, super cool. Well, that is it. That's the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe to the page if you haven't done so already, and check out the links in the description below. It really does help out the page. I want to give a special shout out to the Patreon supporters, especially Jason, that watched the video and made this happen. It was just a wonderful gesture and just indicative of how cool everyone on the Patreon page is. It's really neat to see how their gear evolves, and what adds to it, what takes away from it, and give people advice on their tonal questions and help them on their tonal journey. So that's been a wonderful, wonderful thing. So thank you all so much. My question for the subscribers today is, what cool piece of gear, maybe that I haven't heard of or never played, should I do next on this page? Is there something iconic and funky that I've never heard of? Write in the comments section below. I never played a vintage Jaguar. Maybe that might be something. Anyway, that being said, I'll see you all soon. Take care and goodbye.